Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Max, and today I'm going to bring you a collective message. This message is timeless and it's going to reach the right people at the right time, okay? If you do want a personal reading, you can always contact me on the email link down below. Alright, let's get to it. The Star. At this point, guys, let's see, there you go. At this point, you might be wondering how to not only bring your dreams to reality, how to manifest them, but it's more so how can you help the greater collective, you know, with your gifts, with your abilities. What are you trying to do? What's the purpose of everything? It's something that you have to kind of be asking yourself now, because you know, although you can do things in this world, what are they going to do to better not only your life but the lives of others? Because it's one thing to kind of go into a job just to get some financial benefit from it versus, you know, having a greater purpose involved in that. And I feel like since the Six of Pentacles is crossing, it's one of those things that, yeah, you know, I gotta survive, right? I have to be able to fulfill the things that I have in my life too, and I think I am worth the, you know, the luxury and, you know, typically the things that I want to have in my life that makes me happy as well. It's a balance of both, and the moment you are able to kind of consolidate both is when you're truly living your dream, you're truly manifesting the reality that you want in your life, right? Because at the end of the day, Four of Pentacles, you want to at the very least be able to survive. You want to be safe in whatever, you know, situation you're in. It's like at the very minimum, you want to be okay. So it's that thing of being safe and really bringing your dreams to fruition. Like, you don't have to be extremely rich, but you want to be comfortable. Due to the fact that Ten of Swords is on your crown energy, I feel like you have reached a road where it's very difficult for you to continue. It's almost like you have to choose between both, because at the end of the day you have tried many different ways to fulfill both aspects of your life, both your purpose and your survival. And it's not really a, at this point, it's not really a place of, you know, determining which one is more important. It feels like both of them are important. Nine of Cups. Because once you got a taste of living your purpose, you don't want to do anything besides that. But it's a matter of translating that into material gain, right? It's you kind of asking yourself, why can't I have the cake and eat it as well? I mean, the cake is mine. Why can't I eat it? Because you can be, this reading really, it's one of those things that, like, if you are a billionaire but you're not living your purpose, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't fulfill you. It's not what you're looking for ultimately. But a lot of the challenges, a lot of the things that, you know, we dream of doing, is very difficult to push through. I mean, the people that have made it, they say it all the time. It wasn't easy work. It was definitely scary many times, but they pushed it through, even when they didn't really see where they could end up, where they would. It's like they were free falling, and you know, they were getting pretty close to the ground, but they kept going anyways, because they have faith not only in God but in themselves as well. They knew that they could make it, and close to reaching the ground, they made it. Oftentimes. What's his name? John Krasinski. He's an actor from The Office. He, and I'm just trying to remember his story exactly, but you know, if there's something wrong, whatever, it's very similar to what I'm going to tell you. He wanted to be an actor, so he went to acting school, and you know, his mom always was very supportive of him, and she said she told him, go for it, but don't make me tell you to quit, because that's not something that I want to do. Just promise me that you will get out after 2 or 3 years. And he was reaching that point where, you know, he was going to quit. I believe it was 2 to 3, yeah, right around that 3-year mark. And he told his mom to go get him, because he didn't make it, so he's gonna fulfill his promise, really, to his mom. And his mom said, give it about 2 to 3 more weeks. And then he's like, okay. And right before that, he actually got the role in The Office, and completely changed his life. So that's just an example of people kind of pushing through the breaking point. Because really, when you get to that point, that's when your faith is really tested, right? That's when it's make or break. It's when you realize, okay, well, do I have the guts to push it through? And I feel like this might be the position that you're in right now. But nonetheless, your soul really tells you to keep going. And frankly, you should honor that. Because although people may tell you certain things or otherwise, you have to take into consideration your soul's desire as well. Because your higher self really knows what's best for you. God knows what's best for you. Your guides, your angels are protecting you. And so although Princess of Swords. You are kind of entangled in this world, really worrying about how you're going to survive. At the same time, you are able to pull that extra sword, right? When your back is against the wall and you have used your guns, you have used everything, but you have that one sword and people are coming at you. You stand your ground and you fight, right? You push through it. And that doesn't have to be people. It can be, negative thoughts that you have had about yourself, limitations. You just push it through. And even knowing justice, what could happen if you made it and what could happen if you didn't make it, you choose to live your truth. You choose to be courageous about it. It's about knowing the risk and still going forward that defines truly who you are. And that not only helps you in your path when you do make it, when you do make across the bridge, but also it inspires people. A good example is John Krasinski. He inspired many people with his story. And it's a trickle-down effect as a result. Because people then say, well, if he made it, I can make it. And it encourages people to keep going, moving forward. It's a scary, though. It's a scary thing, Knight of Cups, to move forward and, following your heart, but knowing very, very well the consequences of that decision. It's one of those things that, if I'm going to go down, it's going to be in the blaze of glory. But if I make it, it's going to be glorious. There's no middle ground. And I'll tell you this. You are super close to achieving what you have embarked to achieve. Although it might have been quite a journey to get to this point, you're still not. It's still not over. You can push it through, and when you push it through, and you realize that had you given up at the last second, your life could have been completely different. Queen of Wands. It's a major decision now, but it leads you to the Queen of Wands. It leads you to really the outcome that you're looking for. In fact, it's more than you expected. But you couldn't see it. You couldn't see it because of the Eight of Swords. The negative mindset that people instilled upon you, the society instilled upon you. You couldn't really tell. You couldn't really see it for yourself, although it is everywhere, honestly, because people, you can see it mostly with famous individuals. But it happens more frequently than you may think. fear is both a good and a bad thing, because if there's fear there, it's going to trigger you to be safe, right? That's one. But it puts you in the inability of, achieving your goals because you're trying to be safe. But once you push through fear, it defines you. It defines the hero that you are. So you're close, but when the blessing is near, that's when it becomes hard. But don't be intimidated by fear. Push through fear. Fear is always going to be there. But courage is defined by being in fear and still pushing it through. So be courageous. Fearless is a very, and people can get through to being fearless. But I feel like they have to pass fear before doing that. You can do it. Trust in yourself, trust in the process. You're almost there. Okay, guys? All right. If you like the reading, you can always like it. If you wish to subscribe to the channel, I have many other videos besides tarot, more so informative videos. But I hope you stick around, and I hope to see you next time.